Hello friends. Have you ever seen a video on Instagram and Facebook about giving up a project? Here is one. And as Jesus was doing when he walked on the earth, speaking in parables, speaking in histories, in small snippets of stories, trying to show us a deeper meaning. I think this is the same now. So it's fitting for the season. So this is the convent. And for those of you who are following me and the convent on Facebook and Instagram and on YouTube, you know that I posted almost a similar video in April or March or even January. I think it's January because there was snow. And I had this same guy with the same 23,000 kilo car, 23-ton car here and up there, as you see. And he's stretching out now to pick up my jacuzzi, which I was praying God for, believing for, waiting for, and I was so happy when I received one free of charge that was working, but ended up not working. So since January, and now we are in November, I've asked several people to help me, and I've had several like mechanics looking at it and giving advice, etc., etc. And my very capable dad down here has also helped me a lot. And we have used hours, we have fixed it, electricians, etc. Because it was a long time dream of mine to sit here and look at the lake and look at the northern lights, you know, which we have here. And it ended up not working. So I've tried so much and I still cannot make this blessed jacuzzi work. So in the end, I just found out I have to give up, because many of us are very good at starting things, and we are so faithful that we will never give up. And so that God actually many times has to slam the door in our face for us to choose another direction in life. So I think that my dream about the jacuzzi, this project about the cheap jacuzzi, which ended up being very expensive for me, is what in many circles are called Ishmaels. So those are projects. And it's not a good word actually, because Ishmael was a beloved son also of Abraham, as was Isaac. But Abraham and Isaac were visited by God, and they were promised to have a son. And the son of promise was called Isaac. But they were tired of waiting. So they helped God. And Sarah made her maid servant go and sleep with Abraham so that he would have a slave son, so that at least their name would pass on, you know. So they got tired of waiting for God's promise, and they helped God, and caused a lot of drama, a lot of problem. It costed them and the world a lot. And I don't know, but seems like God is using my life so many times to speak parables. Yeah, be my guest and learn from my mistakes and my life, and the things God is doing through me and my life, voluntarily or involuntarily from my side. Anyway, now the same guy with this crane is coming to pick it up again and drive it and give it to someone who is capable and himself able to repair it and make it work. So I've been totally transparent, saying if anyone wants it, they will have it free of charge, but it's not working, so they have to make it work, you know. Yes. And I think God is doing some of those things, dismantling our old ways of living with Him, dismantling the old way of being church and having meetings. I don't know if you can feel it also. When we are in church, we can no longer just sing a song, pray a prayer, have a sermon and go back and be content. It's not what God is doing. He is taking us back to the origin, to the first church, to how Jesus walked about doing good and healing all, and speaking outdoors, speaking in all life's circumstances and situations, and connecting the faith to life. Yeah, not just a philosophy and not just inside the walls of a church or a sacred building, but out in the world where He sends us. So, as for the church, we need to let Him dismantle and actually make an effort to get rid of our old ways so that His new ways can come in and be established, so that we can actually enjoy the new season, the new era that He's ushering in. And as long as we hold on to the old and don't consider the possibility that He's actually telling us to stop something, you know, then we will not have the new thing. It is equally holy to stop a project that is not bearing fruit as to start. And we need to learn that. We need to learn that our calling is to follow Him and to obey Him also when He says stop. Don't work more. Don't be faithful and keep pushing. I'm in something else and you're on your own in this project. Okay, so learn from me to say stop. No, I've fought enough. I've even prayed. I've laid hands on this jacuzzi. I've tried to make it work in so many ways, but it's not working. So God is teaching us to stop some projects and go into the new thing He has, and dare to be without for a while until He sends the good new jacuzzi that's working. Okay, in Jesus' name, be encouraged to you also stop the projects or the ministries or the things that are not bearing fruit, and that the breath of God is not in for this season, and be quiet to hear what He is about and what is coming next from Him. Yeah. May God bless you.